Hi friends, this video is an English version of my 7 must know before driving EMT car in hills video, because that video got a good viewership and many users requested me to make that video in English, because in India and outside India as well, English is a widely understood language. So to spread the knowledge, I wanted to make that in English as well. So here I am, and let's start. Right, before starting the video, let me tell you that before starting the journey, you should get your vehicle checked from an authorized service station for the basic things such as brake oils, brakes, battery condition, and you should also get your tire pressure checked, stepney condition checked. So all these things are basics, and we should get it checked first before starting the journey. Right, so first thing first, while going uphill, you should always use your manual mode while driving. This is the manual mode. It is in neutral. You can switch to manual from D to M by doing this. If you want to increase the gear, you have to plus it. If you want to reduce the gear, you minus it. However, in case your speed is reducing, vehicle automatically reduces your gear. So normally you will be doing plus only. So while going uphill, always use manual mode. That's the first one. So coming to the second most important thing, that is coming downhill, let's understand what do we do in case we are driving a manual vehicle. We generally do two things. One, we will put the vehicle in neutral mode and use the natural slope to let the vehicle roll down and save on some petrol. Second thing which we do is we will put the vehicle in a lower gear, and with the help of clutch we'll slowly release the vehicle and let the vehicle roll down in a controlled manner. So these two things which we do normally in manual vehicle. Now let's understand what do we have to do in case we are driving an AMT vehicle. So in case of an AMT vehicle, never put your vehicle in neutral mode. Why is that? Because it's written press brake pedal to change gear DNR, which means to bring the vehicle out of neutral you have to press brake. To bring the vehicle out of neutral or to apply D or manual, you need to press brake. Now imagine a situation that you have put the vehicle in neutral mode and you are going downhill, and definitely there will be a situation that you need to bring the vehicle out of neutral. For that you will be applying brake to bring it out of neutral. So the moment all of a sudden if you are applying brake, the vehicle behind you will find it difficult to manage, depending upon the experience of the driver, which you never know. So and the whole situation will become risky because the other vehicle is also rolling down. So if you're all of a sudden if you're applying brake, this person who is behind you can find it difficult to handle. So that is why I don't want you to get into any risky situation. Now coming to the other point, that if you put the vehicle in dry mode, will you lose on petrol? Will the vehicle consume petrol? No, the answer is no, because you are not accelerating. Unless you accelerate, you are not giving fuel to consume by the vehicle. And that is why there won't be any fuel consumption. If you put the vehicle in dry mode, there won't be any problem. Now if you are putting the vehicle in dry mode and rolling down, and you want the vehicle to roll down in a controlled manner like the one which I told you, we do it in manual. We will put the gear in lower gear we'll put the vehicle in lower gear and will slowly release the clutch. In this case you can definitely do that. You can put the vehicle in manual mode and you can slowly release the brake to let the vehicle roll down, and whichever gear you are putting the vehicle in, that will remain there. So both the things can be achieved with this vehicle and there won't be any problem. Right, third and most important thing is to look for a symbol which comes this one, which let me just show you once again. It comes here and goes back. Let me try again. Just watch it. It's an exclamation mark inside a gear symbol. Saw that? It just went. Let me show you again. Here, yes, this one. So what that symbol means? Well, let's check in the manual. The manual says if this particular sign, if the auto gear shift system temperature becomes too high, this light will blink. Stop the vehicle in a safe place and let the system cool down. So this particular light which I showed you, let me just try one more time. Here, that one. It went. So if that is glowing or blinking, you should stop your vehicle immediately in a safer place and let the vehicle cool down. So fourth important thing is, if burning smell is coming, you should stop the vehicle at a safer place immediately and smell around your tires. Because what happens if the brake shoes are used continuously, it becomes hot and the brake shoe starts burning. So when that burning smell comes, you can stop the vehicle and start smelling around the tire so that you can figure it out if it is coming from your own vehicle or from someone somewhere else. So if it is coming from your own vehicle, let the brake pad cool down, because if it gets heated, it doesn't work. So you may apply the brake, but the vehicle will not stop in case the brake shoes are hot. So just be aware. So fifth important thing talks about, what if you are still finding that brakes are less effective? You're not able to see any indication here in the MID, multi-information display. There's no burning smell also coming, but still brakes are not effective. So what you do, you change the mode, you put the vehicle into manual mode, use either first gear or second gear. Lower gears you should always use, and combination of handbrake and manual mode should be used. Right, so next, sixth important thing is, do not attempt risky overtake. What is risky overtake? Let's say some vehicle is coming, you are going, and there's a vehicle in front of you, you want to overtake this vehicle in between. So if whatever time your mind is telling you, just double it in case you are driving an AMT vehicle. Why is that? Because in AMT vehicle, the transmission of power is done linearly, 1, 2, 3, 4. And that is why a fraction of second less can be risky. So do not do that. I don't do it, and I suggest you also not to do it. Whatever time your mind is telling you that in that particular time you will be able to pass through, just double it, and that time you should keep for overtaking. Right, so last but not the least, most important thing to know while driving AMT car in hills is take proper brakes. When you're taking proper brakes, you are giving your vehicle ample time to cool down and help you in your journey. So in case you want your journey to be continued without any risks, you just help your vehicle. You give him sufficient time to cool down, and that will be good enough to go forward. While driving, sometime what happens in a hill, let's say you're stuck in a jam, and you can't let your vehicle roll back also. At the same time, you have to move forward inch by inch because of that jam. So that's a difficult situation to handle. In that case, if you are using both of your pedals, which is, let me just show you, if you're using both of your pedal, accelerator and brake at the same time, this is not recommended by manufacturer. This is not recommended by manufacturer to use both the pedals at the same time. I am also not recommending it. In case you are doing it, what happens is this particular light which I showed you here, which comes, so that will start glowing, and that will make your AMT system hot, and that can risk your journey. That particular sign, yeah, that one, yeah, which went just now. So do not do it. I'm not recommending it. Do not make a habit of it, and do not overdo it also. Right, so these were the 7 most important thing before driving your AMT car into hills. So if you have liked this knowledge which I have just shared, spread it with your loved ones. I would request you to share this video as well with them and let them be aware. And subscribe my channel. There are many informative videos already uploaded in this channel. You may take a look at, and at the same time you would need to wait for the upcoming videos as well. So do subscribe, and until then, drive safe and wear seat belt while driving. Take care, and thank you for watching.